And tonight we begin with the war on books that continues to be a controversial topic among many school districts. They're asking what is and what isn't appropriate for students to read. News 13's Samir Nefsi looks into how 2 Asheville bookstores are making their voices heard in this battle.
As school board members and lawmakers challenge books across the country, an Asheville bookstore is making their own stance on what they call a form of censorship.
They have explanations as to why and where the books have been removed.
As books like All Boys Aren't Blue, To Kill a Mockingbird, and Mouse are being pulled from school districts across the state, the team over at Malaprop's Bookstore in Asheville has taken a stance to highlight such titles.
So next to me is our banned book section. It's a collection of books that have been banned or challenged in various school systems and libraries over the years.
For the last decade, the books range in topics from The Bell Jar, Lord of the Flies, Animal Farm, and so many more.
It's disconcerting to see that happening. It's good to see people made aware of it and see the support people have for books that are being banned.
Inside the books, these pink shelf toppers detailing where, when, and why these books have been banned.
We want them to see that how easily things like art can be taken away. And it's important to keep those things in mind.
Professor of English at Western Carolina University, Michael Boatwright, weighing in on the conversation.
If we want students to learn about the reality outside of schools and the lives that they will live once they become adults and participants in their communities and societies, that learning needs to happen in safe learning environments like the high school English classroom, to where we can talk about sensitive issues.
Boatwright calling the recent movement of banning seemingly controversial titles exceedingly dangerous.
Literature is one of our main tools for teaching empathy to students. So why not start understanding that shared humanity at the high school level?
Locally, Haywood County high school leaders made changes to their English classes by removing the book Dear Martin, which tells the story of a black high school student who symbolically writes to Dr. Martin Luther King after being racially profiled.
A lack of access to diverse literature kind of stunts our ability to develop as individuals and denies us the opportunity of exposure to different worldviews and experiences.
For Liberty, the recent move in Haywood County has an impact on the alumni. The West Asheville-based bookstore is now taking part in a GoFundMe to provide additional copies of books just like Dear Martin for the district's libraries.
I think we want to make sure that people have access to this book, and the limitations of the funding within the public school system are significant, and that's where bookstores and concerned community members can step in and support.
Souther says in light of the recent banning of Mouse, the store has actually noticed an increase in sales, explaining there continues to be a desire for the controversial read. In Asheville, Samir Nefsi, News 13.